I grew up in a really good home. My parents, they were great parents. They had raised me going to church. By the time I was in middle school, I did what a lot of kids do, started getting in with the wrong crowd, and I was doing some partying and stuff by the time I got to high school. I went to college and partied that away, went into the workforce, and then I went through a pretty bad injury, hurt my back, got prescribed a bunch of painkillers, a bunch of pain medicine, and I realized there was really something severely wrong because I was getting prescribed these meds, and then all of a sudden it stopped, and my body didn't want it to quit. It went from I need it for my back to I need it to go out and wake up in the morning. I knew I had a problem, and I asked God to come into my life and to help me. I knew that there was always this still voice in me, knowing that that's what was missing. And I knew God had the power to. He could change you. He could help you. He's the one you're supposed to call. I had a really good stint of sobriety then, but at the same time, I didn't necessarily get well, if that makes sense. Basically, just like the word says, Peter took his eyes off of Jesus, he sank. And that's what happened. I turned my eyes and things got 20 times worse. And during that time was the same time that I had met my wife, now, Kaylin. Once we got married, I eventually just went back to what I wanted most. I wanted most was the painkillers. During that time, I always had faith. Every night I'd go to bed, I had faith that God, I know you can bring me out of this, you've done it before. I had faith that God could do it, but then I'd go back to it. There was something I was missing. There was one ingredient in that, and that's the grace. You need faith and you need grace, and I was missing that grace. And the reason I was missing the grace is because I was too proud to tell anybody that I had a problem. God resists the proud, gives grace to the humble. It was whenever a buddy of mine, he came over to my house and he knew something was up. And he said, he just looked at me, took me off to the side, and he said, Spence, what's going on? And that was whenever I broke down. And I finally just humbled myself, and I looked straight at him. I said, hey, I'm struggling, I have a problem, and I need some help.
Everyone's main worry was, yes, Spencer needed to get help, but everyone was looking at me like, are you okay? Are you okay? You're pregnant. Like, what's going through your mind? I wasn't even worried about me because I knew if we found the right place for him to get help, everything would be okay. We had friends just calling us saying, hey, we found this place, Rob's Ranch. It's in Purcell. It's a perfect place for Spencer. They'll have a bed ready for him on Friday.
God's grace just started flowing into my life at that moment. It's just amazing looking at it now. From last year at this time till now, it's been a complete 180. And I couldn't have written this myself. There was a master author in this all. When you're in your addiction, you think so lowly of yourself that you don't believe why would anybody else care about you? And the fact that I had people in my corner while I was in my active addiction, they were in my corner wanting to help me, and I feel like there's people that they don't know me, but they love me. I don't believe I would have even seen my daughter come into this world.
Thank you to everyone who's helped with him, helped financially with us, who's prayed for us. Just thank you. I mean, really, I think they saved his life.
To everybody that's been involved, that's had a hand in this, that's had a hand in the Wynn Foundation, that's had a hand in Rob's Ranch, all of the donors, thank you from myself, my wife, Kaylin, our daughter, Ellie. This right here wouldn't be possible. This is our lives we're talking about. Thank you from us.